Redstone is amazing, so I'm going to try to learn how to use it and show you how and what I have learned from my time using redstone.
This is Redstone. Redstone has the power to give you the biggest headache you have ever seen. Its power is unlimited, provided you have enough of these. It allows you to make great structures and power them. Just like that. This series will teach you the general basics of redstone and what it can do for you. Since the start of Minecraft, the Minecraftians have tried to make life easier for themselves. They started off with the general door, opening and closing with the hand, and then they added these, the pressure plates, so that you could walk through a door without even having to click your mouse. But that wasn't enough. Minecraftians wanted more. They wanted the power to keep the door open and then close it behind them once they've walked. This is such contraption. The door stays open for as long as they need, then closes as they walk behind, and it's concealed with the bookshelves. This is how it is done, the trigger mechanism. A block on top of redstone with a power button there to make it work. That is enough? No, it's not. Because it would still cause it to just stay there. That is when this was created. The TFlop-Flop. Here is a diagram of showing how it works. You step on the pressure plate and it keeps it there. Step on it again and it opens it up. Now this Minecraftian is going to show you how to make it and explain how you do it.
Okay, so first what you do is you punch 2 holes into the dirt. You can make it look nice if you want to, but I tend to conceal these behind the place where I need to go. Then you need to get some sticky pistons, and you place the sticky pistons on the side. Now this can actually be done with normal pistons, so if you are doing this in survival, it's probably going to be cheaper for you to do it in sticky pistons. But now that slimes are found out in swamps, it's relatively not too difficult now to get them. Then you need to place a block on this side. Don't place it on top of the torch just yet, because there's no need to do that just yet, because that would actually trigger the switch and it'll just make it a bit more difficult to do that. Red, remember, is the output and yellow is the input. So the input comes up at the top of the flip-flop switch. It's actually called the TFlop-Flop switch, and you then put the 2 redstone torches on either side like that. You then add redstone to here, which is, as I said, the input. So what you can then do is put your pressure plate, which I will handily get out of my creative inventory, just there, and then you can put the torch there. And what I tend to do is, just to show that it is working, is just you need to step off the pressure plate in order to do that, and it will open and close the flip-flop switch. like so. You see? Now there is also the opportunity to do multiple switches. So you see here, now that's not powerful enough, so what you would need is a repeater. The repeaters boost the strength of the current and allow it to go further. Now you don't just need to use the actual pressure plates there. What you can use is, if I just find a nice little brick wall to build this on, what you can use is, I'm just going to put this here like this, put that there like that, just make it nice and simple. What you can do is, oh, and of course I do it the wrong side, right, is you can put your good old-fashioned buttons here, that side, like this, and that does exactly the same. So this also makes it useful to do something like this. Okay, so this is what I've just rigged up quickly, just to show you guys. So you see here, you probably see this regularly, and you've always probably wanted to make a little sort of secret sort of entranceway. So you can hide this and conceal this little switch here. Obviously I've just put it in plain view at the moment, but let's say for example you wanted to put just a simple stone block there, so anybody could might just think, oh, it's just a dead end. You can then put that there like that and it will open up. Now obviously you don't, if you're in a thing and you want it to close up behind you, you're going to be like, oh, it's not closed up. But if you do a switch here, it closes up behind you. So you can actually do that. So if you see here, the yellow, as I said, is the input, and then the red is the output. So there's considerably more input than output there. I needed to use a couple of repeaters. Just a word on repeaters. The flow that the current is going needs to have the repeaters facing that way. So you see here the repeaters got like a sort of arrow sort of thing here. So they need to face towards the flow. So you're pressing the button here, it needs to go out this way, and then it will go on the top here. Then the output will go here. So if you needed to use a repeater, you would need to do the output towards the door, and then do that. Now this has actually opened it up altogether, which I didn't realize that would actually do that. So I've just learned something new, because normally I thought you had to use repeaters to do that, but it turns out you don't. Peculiar. Okay, that will be worth some investigation. I didn't realize that would work. I've just found out something new on my own tutorial. So yes, that is basically the basics of, that's really the first thing you should really try and learn when you're doing it, when you're doing Redstone, is about the flip-flop switch, because that allows you to make these mechanisms where the doors will open and close as you build them. Now, as I say, you can use any input method for this. So if you wanted to make it so that you happen to run on this little pressure plate here. Now this can go under, as I said, remember this can also go under the ground as well. So then that way you preserve the sort of effect that you've got there, and then you can actually open it. So imagine this is like a wall, a long column here. You've opened the door, and there's your door. So you can make some quite decent mazes like this sort of thing. And also, you can try and embed these into walls and things like that. They're quite compact, so yeah. So give it a go and see what you think. Okay guys, so just as a last little sort of extra credit bit at the end, I did mention before about repeaters like this. So as you can see here, this is just set up like that. Now repeaters have the power to create delay switches. So you see here, you can push this and it creates a delay. So if I step on this pressure plate conveniently placed here with this redstone wire attached to there, you can step on it and you see there it opens it up. Now you can give that as much of a delay as you want, so you could even do the top and bottom like that, and it will give you a delay. So sometimes that's the benefit of having the repeaters there. So if you're doing a slightly bigger door, it might make it easier to do a repeater. So let's just double check and see, because obviously the power of redstone will go a bit. I mean, look, it still does it pretty much well like that. So I mean, it's up to you. I mean, obviously repeaters are a bit more expensive than just using the normal redstone dust, but yeah, so that's just a bit of extra credit sort of thing. So you can use the repeaters just to delay things if you need to. So thank you for watching, and this is the first episode of the series out.